Amid the widespread disruption caused by the coronavirus pandemic, the clamour for a fiscal stimulus from the government is growing. Let's do a three-point analysis to understand if the government's fiscal position has any room. 1. FY20 fiscal math. Well, adhering to the fiscal deficit to GDP figure of 3.8% from the earlier estimate of 3.3% may be a tall ask going by the provisional figures available till January 2020. Now, if one looks at the revenue receipts, based on the actual collection numbers up to January, 32% of the revised figure for FY20 revised estimates will have to be collected in the remaining 2 months of FY20. For non-tax revenue, 27% of the budgeted collection will have to be garnered in the remaining 2 months as well. Now, if one looks at the disinvestment receipts, the collection so far of about 35,000 crores leaves a wide gap from the revised target of FY20 at 65,000 crores. Now, given the disruption in the economy and the financial markets, the receipt and the disinvestment targets look extremely stretched right now. In fact, the fiscal deficit till January 2019 was 129% of the revised target for FY20 at 4.8% of the GDP. The deficit figure is likely to be much larger than the estimates. Now, only a part of the pain may get alleviated because of the steep decline in global crude oil prices, thanks to collapsing global growth due to the coronavirus and the lack of supply discipline as well. Now, taking advantage of the fall in crude, the government had announced a hike in excise duty on petrol and diesel by 3 rupees per litre effective 14th of March 2020. Now, if we assume the same volumes of petrol and diesel as in FY19, our back-of-the-envelope calculation really suggests an additional revenue of close to 33,500 crores in FY21. In addition, it may be reasonable to assume that a very low crude price will result in nil subsidy on petroleum products, resulting in savings of 40,900 crores. So, the oil-driven bounty to the exchequer in FY21 could be of the order of 75,000 crores. So, can this amount be actually used to give fiscal sops? Well, it is not that easy, as COVID-19 may add fresh pressure points. 2. FY21 outlook. Well, the FY21 fiscal deficit had been pegged at 3.5% of the GDP and the nominal GDP growth assumption was 10%. The nominal GDP estimate itself might have to be revised downwards. The budget already had ambitious targets of 2.1 lakh crore rupees under the disinvestment target, wherein the miss could be quite substantial. The government might have to allocate additional revenue expenditure to help support incomes of vulnerable sections during the economic slump caused by coronavirus slowdown and capital expenditure on infrastructure to combat a deep economic slowdown. 3. Fiscal stimulus is need of the hour. Well, even if we assume no additional expenditure to combat the coronavirus pain on a lower nominal GDP growth of 8%, the fiscal slippage could be of the order of 100 basis points, taking the deficit to 4.5% of the GDP. Looking at high fiscal slippage in FY21, even without extra expenses due to coronavirus, it remains to be seen then how the government succeeds in finding the money for pump priming the economy, which, however, is certainly the need of the hour.